Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Penn State Sports Night. I'm Jordan Hession, and alongside me are Hunter Pitcoff and Eric Fenstermaker. After being deprived of March Madness in 2020 due to the pandemic, the 2021 Final Four certainly didn't disappoint. Gonzaga punched its ticket to the championship game off a Jalen Suggs buzzer beater in overtime versus UCLA, and the Baylor Bears marched through Houston 78-50 to advance to the championship game. However, before we preview the concluding game of the tournament, let's look back at one of the most memorable Final Fours in history. Eric, how did Gonzaga avoid the upset over UCLA?
Well, Hunter, I got to be honest with you. I'm really glad that we don't do these shows on Saturday nights because my heart is still racing and I'm just getting my breaths back. This game, absolutely incredible. One of the best games I've ever seen. And this play here, this is the reason why Gonzaga is moving on. So as we see here, we have the inside guy here in Timmy, and we have the outside guy here in Suggs, Jalen Suggs, and Drew Timme. They're the two guys for Gonzaga who really get this team going, and on this play, they are the catalyst. So as you see here, UCLA is really trying to get the ball inside here, space things out, kind of create some distortion, and in the end, it doesn't work out because Timme is a monster inside, pulling him out. Now you have Suggs trailing. However, Suggs is not a guy who's going to falter in any way. Look at that advancement in the air. He does not stop, meets him at the rim. A two-hand dunk completely denies him. And not only that, he goes and follows the ball as well. He does not give up on the play. And now he has a choice here. He can either push the ball up the floor, advance it, go for a fast break, or he can slow it down, run that methodical offense. That's what I would have done. Thank God he doesn't listen to me because this guy is a beast. Look at him push the ball up the sideline here. He continues to just move at a fast pace. As we see here, he's going to dribble it up the sideline here, and he's just going to continue to move. Look at that pass through 4 defenders for UCLA. Finished with the dunk. You see the mustache there. Timmy's flexing. You absolutely love to see it. Gonzaga is thriving off of these two guys. And in the end, they're the reason why they're moving on. Now, Suggs is going to have to perform that way against a tough Baylor lineup with their guards. However, I really like what this Gonzaga team proved. It's a 4-point swing, taking away 2 from UCLA, moving 2 to Gonzaga's column. And also, at this point, Timmy has 4 fouls. So you really have to get your big man involved. They do a good job there. I love what I saw from Gonzaga, and I think they're really going to do well against Baylor.
Now, of course, Jalen Suggs did, unleash his inner Kobe Bryant, Dwayne Wade, jumping on the scores table after he hit that game-winning shot. But I agree with you, Eric. This was the most impressive play, in my opinion, of Jalen Suggs. He's 6'3". He met Cody Riley right at the rim and then took it coast to coast, like you said. Big reason why Gonzaga is still undefeated, and a big reason why Jalen Suggs is going to be top 5 pick in the draft this year.
Looks like history didn't repeat itself in this matchup. In case you forgot, UCLA hit a game-winning layup against the Zags in the Sweet 16 during the 2006 tournament, but Jalen Suggs wasn't with all that. Looking at the other game, Hunter, how was Baylor able to dismantle Houston?
Well, unlike the first game, this one wasn't particularly close. Baylor ran away against Houston. But you're going to see this play right here late in the second half. MaCio Teague, he's going to have a pick and roll right here. What I like, though, so they're going to hedge it right here, meaning that the guy who is guarding the roll man is actually going to come up and double team the ball handler. That leaves the Houston defender right here having to decide whether to guard the roll man or kick it out and run to the corner here. Teague is going to deliver a pass right here off of one dribble to Davion Mitchell. As you're going to see right here, he's going to make the pass. And then right here, wide open shot, and Davion Mitchell is just going to drill this one, as you're going to see play out itself. So the big thing with Baylor, what I love about this team, is they are so dynamic offensively, especially off the bounce. You saw MaCio Teague deliver a great pass. Again, the fact that he didn't have to use 2 hands to make that pass, that saves you that much more time. And the Houston defender could not go out to Davion Mitchell and defend the shot. Baylor's a really high percentage team in terms of hitting their 3-pointers. Well, it's because they get great looks like that. And Gonzaga was pretty exposed against UCLA. They killed them off the bounce. And Baylor's a whole nother beast. If they're going to somehow pull off this win being Gonzaga, they're going to have to stop Baylor from doing what they want on offense.
Yeah, Baylor's a team that loves to knock down the 3. Davion Mitchell, Jared Butler in this game, 7 for 11 on 3-pointers. And Quentin Grimes, the leading guy for Houston, only 1 for 8. So Baylor gets its shots and limits Houston's ability to score. Baylor versus Gonzaga, that's going to be a heck of a game.
These two teams were set to square off back in December, but the game got canceled due to COVID concerns. Now that we are here, what would a national championship mean for both Gonzaga and Baylor?
I'm not going to sugarcoat it. This is the biggest game in Gonzaga's history, and it's not even close. The last time Gonzaga was not in the March Madness tournament, 1998. Do you know what was happening in March of 1998? I don't know. I wasn't born. I wasn't even on this earth gracing its presence with my sports takes. I wasn't here. So I've never known a tournament that did not have Gonzaga in it. So Gonzaga, all this time, all this history, what do they have to show for it? One trip to the national championship, 2017 against UNC. They don't win that game. All this time, Gonzaga hears, excuse me, all they hear is, we haven't played anybody. We're not good enough in the tournament. We haven't gotten there. Mark Few, their coach, 83.5% win percentage. What has it gotten you? It hasn't gotten you a national championship. Got you close a couple of times, a couple of really good seasons. Hasn't gotten the job done. This is a put up or shut up game for Mark Few and Gonzaga, and this is not a game they can afford to lose. You cannot go from 1999 to 2021 and not win a title. If Gonzaga doesn't win this, they don't deserve anything.
Well, you're definitely right. This is the best shot that Gonzaga's had. They have quite literally not lost the game. This is the best team Mark Few's had. He is a phenomenal head coach, and getting a national championship would certainly cement his legacy amongst the greats of his generation, respectfully so. Looking at Baylor, though, I think you can say a lot of the same things. In 2003, they had a huge scandal within their basketball program. Scott Drew took over. They had made the tournament 8 times since 2010, but have not made it past the Elite 8 until now. Similar to Gonzaga, this is the best shot Baylor's going to have at a national championship game. Like Jordan alluded to, we were robbed of this game early in the season, so I'm glad we're going to finally see it. Guys like Jared Butler, Masio Teague, and Mark Vital as well, all of them decide to come back for one more season. They tested the NBA draft awards. We're like, nah. We're going to do one thing and one thing only. That's win a national championship. So if Baylor's able to do that, they're going to prove, along with teams like Kansas, that they are one of the elite teams, not only in the Big 12, but in the country as well.
With all the excitement the tournament has provided, the championship game will surely go down in the history books. For Hunter Pitcoff and Eric Fenstermaker, I'm Jordan Hession. Thank you for tuning in and have a good night.
Thank you for watching this edition of Penn State Sports Night. If you're a fan of our content, please be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more clips. Also, follow us on Twitter at PSSN TV and on Instagram at PSU Sports Night to keep up with all the action. For all my colleagues, we are Penn State Sports Night.